Welcome to the Parley presented by the 60-40 Club. I am your host, Mia Evans, alongside 15-year NBA veteran Kendall Gill / former boxer and TLO. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't appreciate this long title for KG, and then all of a sudden I just get
you got to make him feel a bit better.
A little bit. Okay, next time.
I get TLO. Like
next time, and TLO.
Is this what's going on right now? Well, before we start the show, as you can see, things look a little bit different here in studio. We do have our new host and moderator, Miss Mia Evans, in the building. We appreciate you. We're so thankful to have you here today.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here. And are you guys ready to start the show?
Yes, we are.
She's about business, bro.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she cuts right to the chase.
You got
right?
anything else to say before I start?
No.
Okay.
Good, let's go.
Topic of conversation. Who is the king of the middleweight division? Canelo, Triple G, Charlo, Benavidez, or Plant?
Wow.
Kendall?
I am going to say until he has beat Mia and TLO, it is Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez has gone up in weight divisions from 154 all the way up to 175 pounds and beat everybody that they have put in front of him. Yes, they talk about him fighting Charlo. Yes, they talk about him fighting Benavidez. However, and also Triple G again. However, until he loses to somebody else besides a guy by the name of Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez is the king of the middleweight division.
Yeah, he definitely is. And, you know, it's a good question because the middleweight division is mixed up. She mentioned all the names between Charlo, Benavidez, and Canelo, Andrade, you know, and all those big name boxers. Right. But, you know, they're separated by divisions. You know, they got the middleweight division and they got the super middleweight division, right?
Yeah.
So and Canelo's still in rumors to fight with many of them potentially after the zone contract from this year. So I would say Canelo as well, but it is interesting to see because Canelo still, to me, even though his legacy is cemented, I feel like he still would have to fight someone like a Benavidez or a Charlo, in my opinion.
Somebody that's going to challenge him. Look, I thought that guy was Triple G, and he drew with Triple G the first time, beat him the second time. You know, that's why I think his legacy is already cemented because he beat the monster of the middleweight division, and that was Triple G. Back then, everybody thought Triple G was unbeatable.
Okay, Triple G did, right. Triple G won that first fight.
No, he didn't. Okay,
Triple G won that first fight, KG.
Everybody says that he did, but he didn't. You know what? You guys, you got to account for defense as well. Okay? Look, I thought the fight was really close, but I thought Canelo edged him out at the end of the fight, specifically because of Canelo's defense. He never got points for making him miss and making him pay.
That's true, but I feel like this always happens with you, KG. You discount ring generalship at times, like you did with Fury. You know what I'm saying? Triple G was in control.
Fury won 2 out of the 3 fights. I don't think he won the first fight against Deontay Wilder.
Fury won all.
No, he did not.
Let's not go back to that fight.
Look, we're not talking about that right now, okay?
We're not going to do it.
Let's stay in the middleweight division.
But in that first fight with Triple G, I mean, it was I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I have never seen Canelo tired in a fight other than that first fight against Triple G. Canelo was gassed in rounds 10 and 11.
He was.
And then he turned it on in 12, and that's where people have that discrepancy in regards to who won. But Triple G was a guy I also thought, too, as well, that would cement his legacy. But we saw after that second fight with Triple G that Canelo did whatever he wanted. Yeah. And he dictated the pace. He stuck on the ropes when he wanted to, and then he went and attacked when he wanted to. Yeah. So that, to me, I can see that, you know, and with Triple G aging, I think that fight won't be as big. But with Charlo and Benavidez is that one guy I'm talking about that will test Canelo, a younger man, a bigger man, and it's a guy that I think that can definitely give Canelo some problems. And you know, Canelo does struggle usually in the first rounds, maybe by choice, maybe by talent against him, but that's the fight I definitely want to see. Benavidez and Charlo, I think, and especially for Charlo needs this fight because to me he's a respected middleweight,
but he has no legacy.
He has no legacy.
No legacy fight.
And his resume. A little sus.
Yeah.
It's a little sus.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, he still is a champion, and you got to give him his respect. But I think that the fight that Canelo needs in order to put him as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time is Benavidez.
Yeah.
You know, if he beats Benavidez, then you got to give him all the props in the world.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he hadn't gone up to 175 and knocked out Kovalev, who's a bigger man, I would be worried about that fight. But now Canelo has gone in there against bigger guys and has beat them, knocked them out. And I think that, I don't know what's going to happen with Benavidez, because Benavidez is a little bit different. He's a monster, throws almost 100 punches around, about 6'1", 6'2".
Canelo got to keep that pace.
Canelo has to keep the pace. So it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah, it definitely is. We'll see what happens with Canelo. I mean, I know Canelo definitely is gonna have two great fights, which I know it's gonna be great this year. But I want to see him with Charlo and Benavidez. I think those two fights would be dope. All the other guys that Mia had mentioned, I definitely don't want to see him.
But we can agree that right now Canelo is the king of the middleweight division.
Canelo's the king of boxing right now.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry, but that's what it is.
Oh, I thought that was Jake Paul. At least he said he did. At least Jake
is that what that was?
At least Jake Paul said he was
the guy who was calling out Conor McGregor.
Yeah, 3 weight classes below you, but you won't come fight a retired NBA player with 4 victories.
Come on, man.
You little punk.
Well, that brings me to my next question.
That brings
me to the next question. Will Canelo win his next fight versus Bisbal? Kendall?
It's a tough fight because he's undefeated himself. He is a champion. He has a great jab. He's naturally bigger than Canelo, but as I said before, Canelo has gone up in weight class to fight bigger guys, and I think sooner or later he walks Bivol down and stops him with a body shot or a right hand, just like he did Kovalev. That's what I think happens. Yeah,
Bisbal's not no one to play with. He's a guy that hasn't been heard of much in the States, and that's why people are wondering who he is. Tough guy. This guy can box and he has power. But again, one of the things that he needs and his resume is a big fighter.
Yeah,
he gets the biggest payday of his life fighting Canelo, and it's a pretty great fight to go with.
Payday.
Yeah, everybody. What is it? Canelo? Wait out there in Spanish. We go. Everybody wants the payday. I get it. I understand. I know you've seen that, right?
True, yeah.
He was
everybody wants the payday.
That man knows he's the king, man. He was like, it's okay, but what did he say? He said, I want them to fight everybody else.
Right.
And then you come fight me. I'll fight the winner.
Right.
I was like, what?
But hey, look, when you're the king, you can call the shots like that, and I think that he's worked hard to stay in this position. And the one thing about Canelo is he doesn't stay out of the gym. He always works hard, and he's always ready. So that's why I have faith in him until he loses to somebody else. If he was in there with Floyd, I'm picking Floyd. Anybody else, I'm picking Canelo.
Even Floyd now.
Come
on, stop playing.
Floyd still puts it in, man.
Floyd
now.
Canelo now and Floyd now?
At 154, bring Canelo back down to 154.
Oh, okay.
Fight Floyd.
Okay, a little bit of weight loss. Again, I can see that.
Okay.
I can
at
see
154, I'm picking Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd's going to dictate that weight class or that catch weight or whatever it is.
Most definitely.
It'll definitely happen. But yeah, with Canelo, and again, you make a great point. He fought 4 times last year. People keep forgetting that. And he took out every single champion.
Ran through him.
Right through the lightweight division. Oh my gosh, what's the division he just swiped?
Super
middleweight. Sorry, thank you. He just wiped them all out.
Yeah, he did.
So if anybody has the right to do that, absolutely right, Canelo Alvarez. But I do think Canelo does win against Bisbal. It'll be a tough fight. It'll definitely be a tough fight. And then hopefully we see after that the anticipated Triple G fight, which a lot of boxing fans are not too excited about. I understand. I still want to see it.
Yeah, but Triple G is not Triple G anymore like he was before. His previous fight, he's won the fight, but he didn't look like the old Triple G.
He struggled.
And anytime and Canelo is on his game now. He's in his prime. He's in his prime of primes. And, I think that he walks through Triple G in that next fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see what Canelo does, and I can't wait to see what happens with Canelo this year. This will be a real telling year to see if he will fight any of these middleweight guys when it comes down to that division. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Great job, guys.
All right.
Don't forget to visit us on all social media platforms and, of course, our website, parley.com.
What's up, guys? TLO from the Parley, Kendall Gill. If you like what you saw, follow, subscribe, visit us on our website, all that stuff. Do it. You know what I'm about to do right now, though?
What's that?
I'm about to go beat your record in 2K. 11 steals. 11 steals.
Just as long as you do it on 2K.
11 steals. Easy.
As long as you do it on 2K. Just don't do it on the court for real.
When I pull up on a hater, watch a hater fall back. I'm too good with these hands, watch a hater fall flat. If I die, all I know, I'm a fucking legend. It's so great for my city. I'm the realest one that's repping.